Hi, today I am going to explain a Korean fantasy film called The Miracle. Spoilers alert. Watch out, like, comment, and subscribe. Sumai and Raina, a set of identical twins, are at the center of the plot. Sumai is reserved and prefers to stay in her room. Additionally, she is overweight and lacks confidence. She goes as sexy diva when she performs her hobby of singing on online live streams. Over the years, she has accumulated many fans and followers, but no one has ever seen her face. Every time she goes live, the comments assume how pretty she must be, but Sumai knows that if she shows her face, her popularity will rapidly decline. In contrast, her sister Raina lives the dream of every young Korean girl. She is the visual of a popular girl group, Miracle Girls. She is signed to a label and has millions. Known for her beauty and dance, Raina hardly knows how to sing. Still, she is the most popular member of the group. Her bandmates do not like her because she is arrogant and rude. One day, their manager informs them that Raina has been called to film a commercial video with a popular male singer Hee-seong. The other girls are disappointed since Raina gets more opportunities than them, even though they are much better singers. Later that day, a couple of reporters come to the girls' home to interview Raina's family. But Raina, embarrassed by her appearance, sends Sumai away to her room for the duration of the interview. When asked if she has any siblings, Raina claims that her elder sister studies abroad and is rarely home. Sumai hates her sister because of her unlikable personality. They are constantly bickering and never spoke to each other, despite the fact that they are twins. School is the only thing Sumai hates more than her sister. She endures so much cruelty from her fellow students that she literally counts down the days till she may finally escape. A popular guy named Jae-seok, whom she has developed a strong crush on, happens to be part of the group of bullies she has to deal with. Sumai had resolved to tell Jae-seok how she felt about him and give him a gift last year around the same time. But the bullies caught her with it and read the love letter out loud. Sumai still hasn't gotten over the embarrassment of being rejected in front of everyone, but her feelings somewhere else. Raina goes to the set of the commercial and meets a fellow idol, Hee-seong. He is even more arrogant than Raina and likes to think of himself as knowing that Raina is only famous for her looks. He is extremely rude to her. Raina, as the director, asks her to, but to Hee-seong, the concept of the commercial sounds dumb. Instead of participating, he is leaving his manager to deal with the fallout alone. Raina is also cut from the commercial due to his pickiness. She storms back inside, shouting and sobbing at the sight of him. Meanwhile, Sumai is hanging out in their front yard with their family dog. When she isn't looking, it runs outside the house and disappears. Sumai spends the entire day looking for it and finds an older woman unconscious on the ground. She takes it upon herself to carry the poor woman to her house. The woman, moved by her kindness, invites her inside and reveals that she is a tarot reader. When asked to choose a tarot card, Sumai chooses the most unique of them. It is intended to grant the woman a wish. According to the woman, Sumai considers trading lives with her sister, despite her doubts. She then changes her mind and requests the power to never gain weight. The woman offers her a necklace before bidding her farewell. While returning home with her dog, Sumai suddenly passes out. At the same time, Raina, who is in the middle of a dance rehearsal, also falls unconscious. When the sisters wake up, they are by each other's beds in a hospital. Strangely enough, their mother calls them by different names. Confused, they look at each other and are astonished to discover that their bodies have been switched. They instantly hurry outside and hit their skulls with a rock in an attempt to switch back. But the foolish plan fails. Sumai's eyes land on the necklace the tarot reader gave her earlier while she is contemplating alternative strategies. She recalls that she had subconsciously requested a life swap with her sister and hurries to the woman's residence. Upon arrival, they discover that the woman has left on vacation and will not return for a month. The news is terrible for both sisters, who must now spend the next month as the person they despise the most. In order to adapt to their new life, they discuss the do's and don'ts of daily life. Sumai is asked to be rude to everyone, eat less, and practice the dance that their girl group has been rehearsing. But Raina only has to exist. The next day, they don each other's clothes, swap phones, and prepare for the day. Raina travels to school while consuming a package of food she never would have consumed in her former physique. She is not worried about being switched and considers it as a free 1-month vacation from her usually busy lifestyle. But that is until a group of bullies stops her. Jae-seok snatches the box and makes fun of her for liking him. Raina desires to teach everyone a lesson, but remembers that Sumai would never do such a thing, so she remains silent. Meanwhile, Sumai attends the company's final rehearsal for their comeback performance. Being the most popular one in the group, she is given the prettiest clothes and the first priority. However, when it is time to perform, she gets nervous and messes up the dance. Hee-seong, who is watching the performance, laughs at her lack of talent. After the practices, they must perform in front of an audience. Sumai is overcome by anxiety and sobs uncontrollably in the restroom. She holds the necklace and wishes to do her best in the final performance. When she finally has to perform, she doesn't forget a single step. However, the lead vocalist and her competitor forget the lyrics during the live broadcast. To help her, Sumai sings in her place and steals the show. Even Hee Seong is surprised to hear her actually singing well. After the show, she accidentally falls into his arms. Unlike Raina, Sumai is mesmerized by his beauty. He places her down before taking the stage to perform a song, as Sumai looks at him with adoration. At home, Raina is angry because Sumai sung well, as others will expect the same of her once she returns to her body. Sumai swears she'll do worse next time, but then Hee Seong sends a text message asking if she'd like to record a duet with him. Raina remembers him being arrogant the last time and wants Sumai to do her best and teach him a lesson. At school, Raina discovers Sumai's journal and reads it. She soon finds out what her sister goes through on a daily basis because of the bullies. When she runs into them again, she makes a point of criticizing one of the girl's cosmetics. It comes as a shock to everyone when Raina stops the girl from slapping her by limiting the movement of her hand. Jae Seok comes forward to humiliate her for liking him for the 100th time, but Raina, in turn, calls him ugly and walks away. The abrupt shift in character has left him bewildered, and at the same time in the company, Hee Seong texts Sumai to come to the rooftop. During the commercial break, he was rude to her, so he calls her to apologize and suggest a duet song. They appear to share musical preferences, making it simpler to decide. Hee Seong finally asks her on a date by embracing her. In the following scene, the couple is in the studio, mixing and recording the song. While listening to the end result, they end up kissing. The sisters have a nightly ritual of discussing their days over dinner. Since both of them did things the other one wouldn't approve of, they lie to each other. Raina is worried that they still have to wait 15 days to switch bodies, but Sumai has started to develop romantic feelings for Hee Seong and before going to sleep, she wishes that the tarot reader never comes back from the vacation. Starting the next day, she meets Hee Seong on the rooftop every chance she gets. She enjoys the little time they have together to the fullest. Meanwhile, Raina continues reading Sumai's journal. A flashback shows us that Sumai had gone for several musical show auditions. Blind auditions were the only time her skills were noticed. Many directors would make derogatory comments about her appearance and immediately underestimate her skills. This makes Raina realize how unfair the world is to the so-called ugly people. Her classmates, who usually bully her, are dancing to her song during recess. When Raina laughs at them, they challenge her to do the same. She surprises everyone by performing better than all of them. The encounter alters Jae Seok's feeling about her. The following day, while using Hee Computer, Sumai discovers that Hee Seong often watches her singing live broadcast. Because of this, she has optimism that he would still like her once she is back in her regular body. Similarly, Raina is exploring Sumai's computer. She finds the Sexy Diva live stream channel and accidentally starts a stream with her face in front of the webcam. Several comments flood in, making fun of her looks, and she loses many of her subscribers. At night, Sumai cries herself to sleep, wishing to the necklace that everyone forgets about the live stream. The next day, it's almost as if the live stream never happened. There's no trace of it and nobody's talking about it. Even Raina doesn't remember going live. Sumai discovers that the necklace is extraordinary, as it has granted all of her wishes up until this point. She puts the necklace through its paces all day long, and each time her desire comes true. However, she is also aware that whenever her wish comes true, someone else must bear the burden. Hee Seong's song is accused of copying as she makes a request for the dish of her choosing. In a similar manner, she hopes he'll be able to recover quickly from any slip-ups he may have during a live performance. A crew member is seriously hurt as a result of granting the request. Jae Seok spends the day after the plagiarism incident shutting himself in his studio. When Sumai hears about him, she rushes to her studio to complete recording their song with him. Sumai thinks that it is because she once unknowingly wished for her to never return. She yet again wishes for the reader to be back soon. The wish has the unintended consequence of starting a dating rumor between Hee Seong and the press. Raina finds out about the rumor and is furious. They get into a fist fight in the middle of a parking lot and have to be separated by Hee Seong. He pushes Raina to the ground, asking her to stay away. However, the gesture makes Sumai believe that he is only in love with Raina's pretty face. The next day, Sumai visits the tarot reader again and finds out from her daughter that she passed away because of a disease. The young woman adds that if you want to undo a desire, you have to hold the necklace and make a sincere hope that you can return to your body. Wishes aren't granted if the girls aren't sincere about them. On finally finding a means to go back, Raina is pleased, but the same cannot be said for Sumai. Because she can tell that her sister is upset, Raina tells her that Hee Seong hated her when she was a human. This means, currently, he is not in love with Raina's face, but with Sumai's personality. Following the conversation, the girls make a wish as the tarot reader has told, but nothing changes. Then, the following day, Sumai and Raina meet in front of the company for work. Raina is about to be hit by a car, but Sumai puts her life in danger and saves her. As soon as they open their eyes in the hospital, they have returned to their own bodies. The in-charge doctor has a striking resemblance to the tarot reading. As the older sibling, Sumai is responsible for looking out for her younger sibling, she explains. They were able to switch back because she had accomplished her mission of protecting Raina from harm. In the following scene, Raina breaks up with Hee-seong, claiming that she doesn't want to lose brand deals by being seen with him. In reality, dating her sister's love is unacceptable to her. The bully Jae-seok also apologizes to Sumai and expresses that he has started to like her. A few weeks later, Hee-seong organizes a musical audition. Raina brings the forms to Sumai, encouraging Sumai gathers enough courage to go to the audition, mostly because she wants to look at Hee-seong one more time. She sings the song they duetted together and impresses everyone. In the last scene, we see Sumai and Hee-seong recording a song together, indicating that she got selected in the audition. So what do you think this movie teaches you? Write down your thoughts in the comment section. For more movie recaps like this, turn on the notification and leave a like to help the channel out. Thanks for watching.